Ой. А, блин. Здорово. А меня слышно? Меня слышно, не? Наверное, должно быть. Да. Я, блин, час играла. Ой, искала. Хотите прикол? Хотела сказать прикол. О, тут можно, короче, наркотики, опьянение или чрезмерное употребление табака делать на Твиче. Обсуждение нелегальных наркотиков. Охуенно, да? Значительное употребление ненормативной лексики, вульгарных выражений. Прикольно. Сексуализированная тема. Насилие. Чего? Симуляция изображения реалистического насилия. Чрезмерный... Ох, ёбаный в рот. Я не знаю, стоит ли мне поставить какую-нибудь метку? Что там сейчас по правилам Ютуба? Прикол. Ну вот вы как, не знаю, мне уже сразу ставить про ненормативную лексику, насилие и наркотики, или пока нормально так? Чисто, бля, пиздец. О, жесть. Теги. Какие мне теги поставить? Я не знаю, что думаете. Да, это, прикинь, у меня это в данных, которые я выставляю к стриму, мне вот говорят, типа, классификация материалов, и типа, если они не подходят, то что, типа, меня автоматически просто забанят, походу. Бля, пиздец, это ноут горячий бесит. У меня ж прям ноги сохнут. Ой, ноги. Руки от него. Привет, Мек. Про лексику уже прям сейчас ставить или пока не надо? Прикиньте, теперь, короче, можно нормально стримить звук с этого. Ну, вы поняли. Так, бля, сейчас, погодите-ка. Мне нужно наушники еще будут взять, наверное, чтобы вы не слышали этот звук. Короче, блин, выбор на самом деле во что поиграть не особо большой. Так что, я думаю, мы сейчас поиграем, а в конце можно будет посмотреть видосики. И заодно еще, может быть, повыбирать ноут. Вот. Типа,
ну да,
в принципе, если там есть за 1000 евро, типа, блин, да это вообще изи. Лол. Айфоны новые по 1000 евро стоят, даже дороже. Блин, а это ноут целый. Хотя оно всегда так было так-то. Ну да. Типа, я не знаю, мне, наверное, даже супер какой-то крутой не нужен. Я бы вот хотела, чтобы он не грелся супер сильно, наверное, это самое главное. И моник был хороший. А типа, все равно во что-то крутое я играть вряд ли буду. Мне неинтересно. Ну, типа там, не знаю даже. Типа, не знаю. Так, сейчас тут всякое говно позакрываю. Мне что-то жарко. Надо еще окно будет открыть, что ли. Вот это я закрываю, походу. Это тоже закрываю. Вставляю, это закрываю. Дем. Ага. Ух, ёкало мене. Ой. Так. Да, вот я у Техномакса как раз открыла, но у него там, знаешь, за 2025 там то, что до 100 тысяч, но я, в принципе, не знаю, а вдруг там есть что-то лучше, там за 150, а у него только за 100. Вот я хз. Ну, посмотрим вместе. Не, мне его ставить некуда. Да я не то чтобы много играю, типа, знаешь, сколько вот я подрубала за это время? Ну, типа, лол. А то, что мне интересно, это чаще всего... У меня больше список, это индюшатина всякая. Поэтому... Типа, типа, да. Но опять же, было бы место, куда ставить, я бы, может быть, и собрала, а так вообще не варик. Да и потом, типа, куда с ним? Ноут как-то, мне кажется, оптимальнее будет. Хотя, конечно, не фанат ноутов. Но я даже еще моник себе не купил, не знаю, покупать, не покупать. Хз. Вот. Так, ну чё? Что? Так, а где она? Steam? Steam, где Steam? А, сейчас. Чё, на русском, да? Так. Ух, ёпта, а чё не говорите? Там музыка громко, да? А, это игра, наверное, громко, понял. Блядь, что я сделала? Ё, извините. Так, как мне это... Группировать, преобразовать. Бля. Красиво как. Всё. Да, ну, в общем, что-то решили в нее поиграть. Вот. А ты уже смотрел ее, агент? Ну, щас музон. Мгм. Так, и чё, и как тебе? М, Пон. Так. Ща я кремочек возьму для рук. Это самое. попить. И все, и начнем. Так что сейчас чуть-чуть пока что чилим. Да у меня что-то руки выросли, это... Блядь, что я говорю вообще? Пиздец. Да, ну можно будет потом от Эннесси тоже попробовать. Что-то захотелось что-нибудь новенькое начать. Так. Я, честно говоря, уже вообще не помню, на чем мы там остановились. Это еще вспоминать. Ой. В верхней части... Так, а мне кажется, я там уже сдохла пару раз. Это я там уже сдохла. Мне кажется, я там даже уже пару концовок открыла. Это мне надо будет, типа, заново что-то делать. Ну, не заново, а там, ну, как бы остальные концовки открывать, а читать заново. Игру проходить. Вспоминать. Ой. Так. Ай, бля, больно. Ёбаный в рот. А, так, и наушники взять сек. Наушники. Ой. Ну да. Да. А чё сразу скуфыня? Ты шо? Я не набрала. Ну, за последние, по крайней мере, 3 года. Вот. Там у меня был при переезде только момент, инцидент, так сказать. Мы так пока что на нем и остановились, честно говоря. Но неважно. Так. Где? В смысле, в стране? Ну, она набрала. Ну да, да. Такс. Сейчас я проверю, у меня что, откуда звук идет. Да, все окей. Так, это все окей. Я не понимаю, а что так звук? Что вы там слышите? Я не понимаю. Сейчас, дайте это самое. Хочу послушать стрим. Типа... Он с улицы что-то? Мне, наверное, нужно шумоподавление поставить. Точно. Пропускной уровень. Ну, я не знаю, сейчас так норм? О. Ну, скажете, если он слишком много шума давит. Я не знаю, или нужно пропускной уровень, или расширить шумоподавление. Хорошее, большее потребление ЦП. Он ЦП будет потреблять. Нихуя себе ЦП потреблять. Нормально у него там. Ну, вы поняли, да? Прикиньте вы, если реально там на ЦП кто-то. Ладно. Почему мне всегда на стримах такие разговоры? Я не понимаю, что со мной не так. Так. Блин, слушайте, я думала, уже все не помню, а ничего, знаете, это, видимо, как это, как механическая память. Так, секундочку. Что как-то, ну, почему меня так криво отображает? Это с какого? Это мне получается справа? Не, нихуя, слева. Лево. Слева, сверху. Угу. Так, это что такое? Ага. Размер окна. Что такое? Размер окна. А вывод это что такое? А, ага. Так. Нихуя не слышно? Меня не слышно? Блин. Типа слишком много, да? Давайте тогда отключу шумоподавление. А вот если я не отключила, то слышно на фоне что-нибудь? Детей там или улицу слышно? Здорово. Сейчас мне въебало тут светит, скоро солнце сядет, будет нормально. Да не, вы чё, с короткими офигенно. Мне вообще, считаю, мне больше идет с короткими. Кстати, Энди, а какой у тебя? Это твой оригинальный ник или у тебя был другой? Я не помню просто. Сори. Длинный, это краш. Похудела. Спасибо. Это освещение такое. Так. Инцидент с булочками. А вы знаете этот видос сейчас? Бля, ну ладно, мы хотели начать игру, но он такой смешной. Сейчас покажу. Зачем я сюда зашла? Я могу тут показать сейчас. Да, вот он. Сейчас. Так. Так, а как это? Устройство захвата. Захват экрана. Наверное, захват экрана надо. Сейчас, сек. Источник. Устройство захвата видео. Нет, это не то. Так. Устройство. Ладно, сейчас. И тогда... А может быть я вот так смогу? Нет, не то. Сейчас, блин, забыла. Секундочку. Захват экрана, захват входного аудио, устройство захвата. Ну вот это вот. Нет, не то, блядь. А что это? Вот это что? Гейм. Что такое гейм? Устройство, свойства гейм. Окно. Окно. Захват окна. Может быть, карта захвата. Я не знаю, блядь, как я вообще игру эту захватила. Я не знаю. Ладно, ну давай вот так сделаем. А дублировать я могу? Группировать, добавить. Бля, пиздец. Слушайте, а я вот сейчас, наверное, вот так смогу сделать. Control, password, just Siri, без Safari. О! Смотрите, я смогла. Так. Сейчас я тогда игру закрою.
Your bed. Step 2. Turn on the radio.
Блядь.
Step 3. Rest with music. Step 4. Get a radio. Step 5. Happiness is 25.0003554836114470470.
Я обожаю такие видосы, пиздец. Да, я сейчас все еще в Португалии. Вот я как туда релоцировалась, так тут и сижу. Да нормально, нормально. Да, нас задело с электричеством, но мы просто почилили денечек вообще, типа. Где-то в 12 в час дня выключили, в 10 вечера включили. Нормально, даже холодос. Ничего с ним не случилось. Сразу видно, куда ушла банка домашнего песта. Все, что я люблю. Ну, я хотела, типа, знаете, помыть голову до стрима, но тогда бы я подрубила бы слишком поздно, поэтому я решила, ну, в общем, видите, выбрала вас, а не мытье головы. Если что, человек 10 лет опыт стриминга. Да. Так, Макского, да, я знаю. Привет, Хани Кринж, привет. Хани Кринж, охуенно. Тренд это не продолжило? Да, видимо, нет. Да, у нас раньше планово вообще точно так же вырубали, типа. Но тут, типа, прикол в том, что не плановые в двух странах, это реально мем. Прикиньте, в 2 странах это, блядь, вообще как? Но я, честно говоря, считаю, что в этом могут быть какие-то конспирологические теории, типа, знаете, чтобы проверить, как люди будут реагировать вот в такой ситуации, ну, реально там. Вот, например, начнется какая-нибудь хуйня, и они такие, хоба, мы выключаем, и чтобы понять, что там люди будут делать вообще. Сколько там процентов людей кинется в магаз, кто там не кинется, ну, не знаю. Ну, а может быть, конечно, просто кто-то там наебнулся. Ну да. Ну, вообще, да, кстати, знаете, ну, мне кажется, такие криповые видосы, отвечая на твой мой вопрос, агент, они есть. Я нашла много всякого прикольного в ТикТоке, а в Ютуб я просто долго не заходила. Вот реально, знаете, я последние годы вот как будто просто выпала. И вот причем я вот не то, чтобы я чем-то полезным занималась, я вообще просто нихуя не делала. Ну и работала, и все. Короче, бред какой-то. Вот. Но вот сейчас я понимаю, что не, блин, вот все-таки вот эти вот всякие мемасики, видосики, это супер важно. Так что, да, я теперь накопила много всего. Можно будет потом ТикТок еще посмотреть. Мытая голова чатик. Это Диана? О, кстати, реально похоже. Ща. Хм.
So I was talking with this guy who I work with the other day, and he was like, "You doing anything to celebrate Pi Day?" No. Do you celebrate? He was like, "Yeah. I usually take the day off. I hotel room. I take magic mushrooms by myself, and I try to
Блять,
stress
ой, осуждаю, я не поставила этот тег. Господи, да что ж тут все про эту тему? Ой, ужас какой. Солнцеликий постарался. Ладно, все. мы готовы, я думаю, да? Игра. А как вот, блядь, как мне это окно-то сделать? Ну ладно, я потом разберусь. Сейчас игру запускаю. А вот когда не говорю, вот что вы слышите? Вот мне показывает, что вот что-то там он улавливает микрофон. Детские крики. А чё, хорошо слышно? Длительность атаки. Ну, типа, хочу поставить шумоподавление, но не хочу, чтобы оно было сильно большим. Ну ладно, если будет глушить, скажете. Живодеры живых. Так, ой. Я знаете, что могу сделать? Вот как я сделаю. О, далее. 3. О, как я сделала. И потом вот тут будет свойство сохранить, наверное. Угу. Ну ладно. Slay the princess. Ой, блин, опять разряжается. Это история любви. Угу. Знаем мы такие истории. Можно, да. А вот так норм? Угу. Так. По игру, не знаю, может погромче. Ну, короче, из чего говорите? Ладно, погнали. Ага. Шум ветра слышно? Охуеть. Жесть. Ну, сейчас тут чуть проветрится, то жарко, я потом закрою. Так, сейчас, погодите, я хочу тут настроить, чтобы без полосок этих было. Все равно, походу, мне чуть-чуть надо еще. Угу. Ох, нихуя себе, вот это скример. Так, сейчас. О, все, ну наконец-то. Тебя стало очень хорошо слышно. Супер, я рада. Ой, не туда. Вот так. Угу. Все, погнали, погнали. Так, сейчас я чатик открою. Предпочтение. Как эту хуйню убрать? Нормально. Так, кипение линии. Чё? Ладно. Язык субтитров, Discord, специальные настройки. Ого. Ладно, погнали. Герой принцесса.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ну ладно. Иначе наступит конец света. Блин, кстати, а я не против конца света. Давно мечтал прибить кого-нибудь голубых кровей.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Я хочу. Да? О, прикольно, посмотрю.
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Можно ответ троллфейс.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. Then each and every one of us is so sure. Go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Красиво нарисовано. Ох, вау, оно еще двигается. Красиво.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Да
Ignore him.
пофиг.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the...
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? How about you drop the knife, and the two of us just...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Угу. Ну, с таким голосом ее прям уже можно ёбнуть, честно говоря.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
Нихуя себе.
Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Нихуя себе.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is so the two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your...
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at
Прикол.
the end of that path is you're here to slay her. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you...
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat... A warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about...
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't,
Crystal. Let's just get on with...
The cabin is
Oh.
tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls pressing on you,
Интересно.
as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The blade is your implement. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on. There's definitely a... There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who are I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Нихуя себе, почему я дракон?
No blade this time. Right then. Fisticuffs it is.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. Her fierce voice carries up.
Is that another challenger? Finally.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper.
Good. Sounds like...
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess as you descend the final step.
Нихуя
The form of the
себе
princess
какая.
comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see the but no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Or
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other.
couldn't have said it better myself.
Измерение фурии. Ну и чё мы с ней будем делать, ёпта? Просто поговорить. Просто на
Why?
чай пришел.
You didn't want to talk last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill? Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same. No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that? We're not scared. I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. I agree. If we're going to fight her, we need a weapon.
Then prove it.
Free her? You want? I don't know why I'm even...
Who says I want to be free? I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh. And I want to hear your bones snap beneath my... Is that really too much?
Yeah, especially that last... Don't be such a... I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find... Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity. We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast. How about we get the hell out of... Little voice doesn't have the chance to
Yes.
finish that thought before the princess barrels into you and smashes your pot. Can I finish my thought now? Sure. Why not? Here. So glad we could stick around to hear the end of that. But I'm afraid that's all the time you had left. Why, for the love of everything, did you stop to think? What did you expect you'd come up with? It doesn't matter, because everything goes dark. No. Come on. We can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her. Dead is dead, but maybe you'll have better luck next time. You're on a path in the woods.
Ёбаный в
And
рот.
at the end of that path,
All right. Change of plans. No more hesitation. No more dumb.
If we had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we?
we've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death.
Well, this is just great. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have. This is all.
That's a good point. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more duo. Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin. Let's see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we?
We're dead, obvious.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
Прикол. Походу, чей-то трип записали просто. Да ёпта.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Понятно.
You're here to slay her. Seriously? You're just going to... Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be... You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. Your silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Would you look at that?
Пиздец.
You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to... There's always a choice. Let me tell... And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Охуенно.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
Детерминизм.
Paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Hmm.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Серия аниме. Аутдор, ёпта. Что-то там мне Twitch прислал. То я должна. Так. Он обнес все стеной, что мы не отклонялись с курса. Ничего.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead. You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am a warning before you go any further.
Пиздец.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
А мы же... блин, вообще в Костёнке же съездила, просто там интернета не было. Ну, я посмотрю, а там давно в Twitch не заходила, можно будет просто погулять тут по местным, показать что-нибудь. Сделаем.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult. Let's keep an open. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Реально прикольно.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on the blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. Good, no, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We haven't. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times? You can't just say that. And when everything... Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we'll all wait. Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the base. There's definitely... There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want... You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's really... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Там еще два окна
The
вообще-то
door to the
было.
basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable material. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and...
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. We don't even have a... But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day. You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made it, and so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, An emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Нихуя себе.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure...
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so... blank. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to... If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we... You said you'd been here before, right? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Нихуя.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
Не, в зале сижу. На балконе, короче, прикиньте, там Wi-Fi не ловит, типа окна полностью гасят Wi-Fi. Ну, сейчас на самом деле не очень тепло, все еще у нас что-то прохладненько. Поэтому так.
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Так, что это я пропустила? Что там у нас?
Could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, I don't think we're going to be able to put... Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her...
Princess. You can call me Princess if you... You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if can't even follow what's going on anymore? We need to get out of here. This whole place is making...
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no...
Блин, а смотрите, оно все подсвечивается.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
О, да, да, действительно. Никогда не было, и вот опять.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Хопа, съели. Тебя задело?
She's gone. Where did she go? There's that mirror again. Why is it here? I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Пиздец. Ну, честно говоря, принцесса получше выглядела, чем я.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Не накрашенный. Ты то существо, которое встретил за лесом. Нечто. Возвращается, но отказалась. Подарила. Кому мне? Не понимаю.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Я нихуя не поняла. Да, это был Clay Obscure Expedition 33, да. Да, я имела в виду Expedition. Я даже не знаю, что это за Chaos Express. Ебать, что это за хуйня? Лол, это типа... Нет, как это? Death Stranding. Сука. Ору. Ну, блин, я что-то пока не готова опять в эти играть, которые... это самое... Ну, в общем, как в персоне. Я еще... Я и в персону не закончила, мне бы с ней хотя бы сначала. Так, я ничего не поняла, что она сказала. Вообще нихуя. они напоминают меня, но она неестественна. То есть они, я и она. Ё-моё. Жесть.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you. How can the world have ended if we are talking? I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. She is part of me. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one... Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Ой, капец. Еще Dragon Dogma, да. Да, я думаю, там стоит уже что-то добавить. Что-то слишком ярко.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Сколько я забуду, чё?
You ask of things that cannot be done.
Что там я мискликнула?
How can I know? I am flickered. I have not lit everything until we meet again.
А, что я забуду?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own. Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
Ё-моё, давайте сохранимся.
If you need time, then I'll. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Ебать, шиза.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by.
Охуенно, у меня игра вылетела. Лол. Или так и должно было быть? Ну чё, как... Как вам игра?
You have returned to me. Though you were gone
А,
many months,
прикольно.
I never left your side.
Вау, прикольно. Прикол. Прикол. Прикольно, прикольно. А где-то еще игра вылетала? В Доки-Доки, не? Альтушка для скуфа. Ой, сейчас что-то я решила реально на улицу чуть-чуть пойти подышать. Это что-то голова заболела. Сейчас приду. Ну, в смысле, сейчас дойду и переключу. Ой. Попробую напротив двери сесть. Надеюсь, не вылетит интернет. Альтушка для скуфа. А еще там мне советовали на М начинается какая-то новелла. Там тоже анимешная девочка. Но она только на винду. Мисайд, да. А ты играл? Бля. Ой. И чё, понравилось? А что еще прикольного Жека проходил? Типа, что бы посоветовал? тут укроюсь, что-то все еще нифига не тепло. Сколько у вас сейчас градусов? Джим Бимми? Ору. Сука, в голос просто. Ой, что-то голова устала. Реально? Реально заболевал? Так, а что там было, что мне игра вылетела? Положишь образы в коробку. В какую коробку? Есть ее закрыть. Ты станешь ли ты другим собой в другом мире? Воображаемый шаблон повторяется до тех пор, пока не сможет больше выдерживать вес собственноручно нарисованной клетки. Закрыть коробку. Если ее закрыть другим собой.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Да ёпта. Понятно, то есть я 2 концовки прошла.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ору. Сука. В смысле, он стримил, как блевал ванну? Прикольно, а запись есть?
You're here to slay her.
Да ёпта, чё они от меня хотят? Я уже все, из нее уже... Я не знаю. Ну, типа, я ее убила, 2-й раз не убила. И зачем мне дальше играть?
You make your way up the short path to the... We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. Her voice softly carries up the...
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing. There's a heavy... She's beautiful. How could someone... I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay.
Верим? Эх, жаль. Но я помню пьяный этот стрим за бесконечным летом. Это мой был любимый стрим. Так.
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before...
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have...
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be true.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen. But... okay, but actually, what has she been... The princess hesitates before... She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she knows what she'll do. She's just searching for whatever answer she...
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. You're doing the right thing. Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to
I'm
even...
guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left...
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with
Ого.
almost complete... If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be... You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door. Your shouts and pleas are meant. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you.
There's a slight panic.
Поебемся?
rising in the princess's voice.
could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Ух,
hesitates
нихуя
before
себе.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with a determination. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, or we could use it to free. You won't like what happened. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above. You cut into her
Oh.
flesh. The blade is sharp, but it takes
Пиздец.
little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and there she didn't so much as utter a sound through the... No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let... As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises.
Чё?
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Ах ты сука.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you...
Да блин, а не хочу. Свобода выбора, ёпта. А вот.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can toughen for her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you make everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. My tricks. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's better.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky.
Oh, yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and
So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love.
see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the...
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't...
Ой.
A warning. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
I think we've already been over this.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. Mine.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone need. Don't pay their bickering any mind. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate. The blade is your implement.
Зеркало само пропало.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold trimmed, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives, a soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than...
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part. We walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Do you hear that?
She called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way. It's time for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been...
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands run.
You've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this week. Damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best.
She took that in stride. To a surprise, that's because she thinks she has someone like him. She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like you.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart wants for
listening to her. That's a confession.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything.
Not so sure. Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of...
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to I'm not sure if... Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe...
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take a what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to it if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her
Реально?
her bindings.
Что за бред?
That shouldn't have worked. Can't believe it.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you.
The princess jumps up and smothers you, and if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of...
What do we do now?
Let me guess. End the world.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone...
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't... So gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And
The princess closes her eyes in deep and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do? I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make
Пиздец.
us happy.
У нее глаза еще более безумные стали.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar.
I just want to make you happy.
Пиздец.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big...
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Поскушали.
No. She was our She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be years. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while?
Okay.
She'll be there waiting for us.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality, and whenever you are ready, I will wipe your. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to no corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy isn't seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. chance is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot. There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Пиздец.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
То есть, получается,
You're on a path in the
смысл
woods,
этой игры найти
and
всех
at the end of
принцесс?
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a
Ага.
princess.
Да, у меня тут капец, лягушки громкие. Ебать, а что так громко, реально? Жесть. Сильно громко? Ой, я думаю, может сходить. А чё, много мне там еще осталось, не? Если так, навскидочку. В смысле, куда сходить? Так я не поняла, я прошла игру или нет?
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the shore. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is blade is your input.
Ой.
Hello?
someone that...
Is hypnot. Don't let it fool you.
Wait, really?
I see. You're trying to get her to
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless... Only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a no. You're doing the right. Walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's some doubtful.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt someone else. Without hesitation,
О.
bring the blade down and plunge it into the wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you,
Жесть.
ripping the blade from her. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator. I thought we had the upper hand, but it's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can... I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well. Your blade having you seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off. We can still turn this... The princess is still chained to the wall. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is, you rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all settle in against the far wall. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't...
I know you're still there. Why don't we make things easy? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyway.
Пиздец.
Terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Я поняла. Сейчас свет включу. Темно стало. Ой.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece. You don't know the kind of enemy.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weak now. Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just... You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can, and you jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Пиздец.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take...
She steps closer,
Пиздец.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. What a shame. If you only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end.
It can't be. This can't act. I'm sorry, but everything goes dark, and you're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Ой, господи.
A warning, she will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. It doesn't matter. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note, the blade is your implement. Hold on. It's just an empty frame. She's already got an app, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you... So deep breath in, deep breath. You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor. There's there isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants. But it does matter. Exactly. Everything he said. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good? There was a mirror a second ago. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investing. Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours. You cross over the threshold and onto a more eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be... Her cruel and playful voice prances.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of...
Come back? You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared. Attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen? Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of... She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Слушай, получается, там было где-то 5 версий ее. Или 6. А я всего 2 ей принесла. То есть мне еще 3 надо найти. Получается.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing... I'm going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter.
Глаза. Налево.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies.
There you are.
As the princess approaches, your legs, your arms quickly. This is it.
It's almost like you want me to get...
There has to be a way out. What did you do? Pull yourself together.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back over. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? You sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Again, your eyes shoot open.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill in. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her, then you should get looking.
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out the ground. You died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you are here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than torment. I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not from you. Seem miserable. I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around.
Ёпта, как много.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it. I'm going to make it afraid. Just like the world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there? Because I don't want to. And even if I look at the way you're struggling to stay alive, it's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the...
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is...
Heart, lungs, liver. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. Make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath. We're fine. You're back.
1 moment. And ah. And
she pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done it. But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. All My one is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm. Don't worry. I'll make sure to take good care of you. Like I said, I am what I am, and right now,
He raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming
we're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder.
No! Heart, lungs, liver.
Only until your heart finally gets. And now, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new, and before too long, you'll be there too. That kind of luck can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
What?
No! I knew you'd come around. Oh,
I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops.
Do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Shit.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you.
come along now. You don't want to be.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon.
But we don't. We've already made it.
We can still grab it on the way out.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and is this real?
At least it's a choice.
That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing. The princess reaches the top of the stairs, and her head twists back in your direction, watching. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side.
There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and... have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive.
Heart. Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness.
No, you're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver. I guess I have to do every part.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need...
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. In fact, guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter,
And now, you
there's nothing else for us to do.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
It's so beautiful. I bet it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin. Why is it so cold?
О, еще одну нашли. То есть 3 я скормила вроде бы, да?
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
This doesn't feel right. It feels victorious.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear
Ой,
to hold.
ой, так,
To
ладно.
look at any one is to shift them all into something new,
Ой,
and to look
бля.
away is to reshape them yet again.
Чё? Ой, пойду, скоро приду, в общем. Так. Ой. Ну, слушайте, конечно, в принципе, маг уже становится чуть более приятным. Хотя бы тут уже не нужно никакие эти штуки устанавливать дополнительные для аудио. Это, конечно, приятно. Ой, такс.
all of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Спасибо. Не слишком громко.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. It will, in time, but you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you. This one is filled with sadness, a doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companion. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. We will know when we near our destination. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dead. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Да. Все понятно. Много меня, тебя. Угу. Где-то мы это уже слышали.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the camp.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade is your
Что мне делать?
You take the blade from the table. It... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice carries.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's all... Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hand.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship. Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on. She isn't suggesting what she is.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Princess hesitates before us. She doesn't know. She's been down. She knows what she...
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you... At the end of the day, whatever the two of us, whoever sent you to slay me, claimed I was a threat to the world. But that doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise...
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things, but you don't really know me, do you? What can my word...
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't...
Like I said, it's all about trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Oh, have you decided what to do?
You know why you're here.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy.
Подмигивает Кек. Звук пропал. Ой. Не слышно, что игру? Да, реально игру не слышно. Хз, почему?